All right, we have our, I believe this is our first update with Mr. Griff. He's doing really good, doing great in his crate. He's actually, there's times where we, excuse me with this snort, my nose is running a little bit, I apologize. Um, we're keeping his crate open and covered, meaning sometimes, like our foster, Frankie, he's not the best dog. He's a big, excited guy. I shouldn't say the best dog. He's actually very social and very good with dogs outside of his crate area. So we will block Griffin's crate with a piece of cardboard just so they don't have to make eye-to-eye contact. But with our other couple dogs that are with us, they're more mild. We haven't been covering up his crate. And we do get a little whine, but nothing like him charging at the crate or anything like, any really kind of unwanted behavior. We haven't really started doing any walk-bys yet with dogs because we are doing a lot of just getting him to be a little more polite to us, kind of slowing down his little poking in the hiney kind of thing he does with his nose in the private area, and the jumping. But every day those have gotten much better, and his jumping isn't, for a big guy, it's not terrible. Am I talking about you? I'm diming you out to mom and dad. For a big guy, his jumping isn't like malicious or hard. Like some dogs will just really torpedo into you and almost knock you over. It's still not good because he is a big boy and we don't want that initial kind of jump happening. But again, past, at least today he hasn't jumped once. And yesterday, sorry, we both kind of focusing. I think we got a little doggy next door barking. How about that? He's very interested in it. But yeah, he's doing great. He hasn't been eating a whole bunch. So what we're doing now instead, we were feeding it to him in his crate, and he pretty much just felt like he wanted to just toss it over his bowl. So now when he comes out in the morning for his pee turn, we're feeding him, and then we're feeding him right around dinner time, his turn out. So he's eating much better with us, feeding him outside the crate. But yeah, all in all, he's doing pretty well for the first couple of days. Going in the crate at first, he was a little hesitant, but he went in. He did good. Really, again, no barking or nothing. He's been pretty quiet in there. So the little things we're doing, we are working on his place command. I did change his good dog Star Mark collar to a smaller one, where the links are about twice the size smaller than the ones that he had. Just for a little more control. He really didn't need that big one because he does have such a small neck. So we're going to send probably both of them home with you. Obviously, we'll send you the one you brought, but we're going to probably have him stick with the smaller one for his go home. But yeah, Griff is doing pretty darn good. I am going to send you the link to this email, to this video, and this link will be the video playlist link. So meaning when you do want to see the next video, I usually get them out before 5 o'clock. I do my best to have it so you can watch it when you get home from work. Again, it's going to be Tuesday and Friday, and so you'll just go to this link next Tuesday and go ahead and bring up. That dog is still barking. Go ahead and bring up his video link. You see his update for that for this couple of days. But again, right now we're just pounding through the basics. He's probably gonna go get some food. It looks like he's gone. Bye, buddy. Griff, we do have to work on the cum a little bit, and his what you doing, Griff? He's got a little bit of his food right there. He actually knocked on the floor, so he actually is eating. I stuck his food inside here. He didn't eat this morning. It is a little bit later in the day, but I brought it out just just so he could eat. So he is eating now. And he's not knocking the bowl over because why I have it in the shed is I have it pinned in a couple of different things so he can't tip it over. So I have a couple little bricks and stuff kind of wrapped around it because he does like to play with his bowl. He does like to tip it over. But yeah, his calm command is going to definitely, we got a big check mark to work on that one. And he's not terrible at it, but he's sometimes he's a headstrong dog. He's like, well, maybe I don't want to come, or maybe I want to run away a little bit. But I will say every time we go inside, he does come to me. I have not yet had to chase him, but when we're kind of doing this free stuff out here, if I try to call him over right now, he's not quite at the point where he really comes pretty consistently. But yeah, it has been only like 2 days, so 3 days, so it's not really expected. This first week is a lot of just repetition and teaching and stuff, and then next week, like I said, we'll be doing a lot of dogs out with him, a lot of walking by dogs, and going a little bit more in depth, a little bit more advanced as we go through the process. But yeah, he's doing really good. And he's got a little bark at nighttime, but even that, he's been kind of good at me just telling him to be quiet. I'm sure, I know it's all coming from that field. A lot of the deers and stuff go through there at nighttime, and God knows what other animals. But yeah, all in all, he's doing really good. Other than, again, the eating wasn't super good the first few days, but just bringing his food out's helped him. And that's kind of natural for us, for a lot of dogs that come to a new place to kind of, I don't want to say starve, because they aren't starving. They can go days without eating, and we just don't see it because we're used to feeding them twice a day. But they literally can go days without food, and some dogs have in the past just not eaten for 2 or 3 days. The big reason for that is not that they're upset or worried. I guess that's not a. It is kind of they're upset or worried. They're upset or worried that they don't know when the next meal is going to come. So a lot of times they'll kind of their metabolism will kind of start slowing down naturally. Because again, it's a new environment. I've taken dogs to workshops in the past where they've eaten maybe like twice in a week. So it's kind of where he's coming from. Again, his appetite today's gotten a lot better. On Griff. But yeah, all in all, he's doing really well, and he's a pleasure, doing great in the crate. Still pulling a little bit on the leash, but again, it's a process, so he has gotten better at that. Just he's not where he needs to be, but again, this was a 2-week process, so we're hoping by the end of this week it starts rolling a little bit smoother. Just right now, he just kind of doesn't pay attention a little bit. He just wants to get out there and kind of move. So we're looking to try to get him to kind of the more he pays attention, the less he's going to pull on that leash. So that's what we're working on, him kind of turning and kind of catching us and saying, oh, okay, I got you. I'm not supposed to be doing this right now, like yanking or kind of going in one direction, blowing us off. But yeah, all in all, he's doing really good, and he's a fun dog to work with. He's smart, he's handsome, and Griff, you going to at least look at the camera once or twice, buddy? Your mom and dad are on the other side of this, bud. Yes, they are. Yeah, but he's doing great. So, again, this is the link you're going to go to find his update videos in the future. And I apologize for the grass. I've been very busy the past couple days, so I haven't gotten a chance to catch up with this. But that'll be tomorrow. I'm Big Guy. All right. Well, take care. Have a great weekend, and hope you enjoy it.